When I was your age, I didn't like to write essays either. But you know what? That's one of the lessons here today. It's not what you like to do. It's what you must do to develop yourself mentally, physically, academically. And then you may say to yourself, yes, Mr. Torres, but you know what? I'm very poor. My families are very poor. Or you may say, yes, Mr. Torres, but I come from a very dysfunctional families. Or you could say to yourself, yes, Mr. Torres, but I don't have the opportunity that other people have. Let me tell you a quick story because we don't have too much time. By 3 o'clock, that bell is going to ring and we have to be out of here. I was reading a magazine not too long ago. And I came across this very interesting story about this young lady. Mexican, she was born in California, very, very poor parents, one of 5 children. This young lady, her name is Ana Escobedo Cabral. Ana Escobedo Cabral is one of 5 children. Her father used to pick up garbage in the neighborhoods and sift those things out that he could turn into a few dollars. That's how they earned their living. But Ana Escobedo Cabral, here's a bigger picture of her. Ana Escobedo Cabral had a dream. When she was asked all the time, what do you want to be when you grow up? I like to be an employee of the White House. That was her answer. For years, people used to laugh at her because she was, number 1, very poor. Number 2, her parents hardly could read and write. Number 3, her father used to pick up garbage and turn into some things into dollars. But this young lady had a dream. I like to be an employee of the White House. You all seen a $1 bill, right? I have here a large photograph of a $1 bill. Every dollar bill is signed by the Treasurer of the United States. George, will you kindly read the signature in this bill?
Ana Escobedo Cabral.
Ana Escobedo Cabral, Treasurer of the United States. She signed this $1 bill. This is a little girl with a big dream. But then, you know what? She also signed the $50 bills and the $100 bills. You're going to find her signatures in the $50 bills and the $100 bills. The daughter of a very poor Mexican family. So the fact that your parents may not be well off financially doesn't mean that you cannot have dreams. It doesn't mean that you cannot accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in life. One thing, Ana Escobedo Cabral believed in herself. And no matter how many people laughed and told her, Ana, you're dreaming. Yes, I'm dreaming, but I will be an employee of the White House. She was determined. This is, my dear young friends, what you need. You have it inside of you to accomplish, to be whatever it is that you want to be in life. But you know what? Now you have to believe in yourself. And now you have to have a plan to develop yourself. And that plan starts with education. And because we're very short of time and I have 2 speakers, I'm going to now introduce my first speaker. But before I introduce my first speaker, let me tell you this. The reason I'm telling you this story is because as I glance around the room, I see a lot of Ana Escobedo Cabrals in this audience. So give yourself a big hand, a big round of applause for yourself, you deserve it. Because each and every one of you is a genius whether you realize it or not. There is a genius within you. craving to come out. Give that genius within you an opportunity to surface. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a very dear friend. We're talking about education. Let me introduce you a very dear friend. He's a judge in the municipal court. Let him talk about himself. Let's welcome Judge Hector Rodriguez.
Are y'all here to chill? Are y'all chilling? Yeah, right? All right. Well, there isn't really much that I can say to any one of you who is here today that you probably don't already know or that someone has already told you about, right? Isn't that right? How many of you agree with that? Say yes. Yes. All right, I can see all of you had a good lunch, right? You're all tired, right? You know, I was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And in Puerto Rico, the word puerto is a port. Rico means rich, right? A rich port. But my parents decided to come to the United States. And when I came to the United States and I went to school, you know what they call me? The teachers, they call me a Puerto Rican. So I went from being rich to being poor. All I had to do was just take an airplane and come from my island to come here to the United States, and I became a Puerto Rican. Now, do you think I'm still poor? No? How do you know I'm not poor? Because I'm a judge. Judges cannot be poor, right? It's against the law. There's a law that says that all judges may not be poor. Right? Is that the law? No? Have you ever read that law? It's in the New Jersey Statutes, Section 2A, Paragraph 5, Subsection B. If you want to look it up. Right. Anybody here want to be an attorney, a lawyer? Anybody here want to be a lawyer? Good. If you would like to become attorneys and you would like to visit with me at the court, see your principals, see your teachers, let them know, and I will give you a tour of the courthouse. I will even take you to the jail so you can visit. That's okay, that part. But you can sit in a trial if you want. You can go in and sit in a trial if you wish to do so. Okay? Now, what I want to talk to you about today, and what I want you to remember, is the following. I want you to get excited. Can you all get excited? Right? How do you say excited in your language? You just say excited? I mean, when I was in high school, we used to have different words that were different than the regular vocabulary. You must follow in that tradition, isn't that right? So how do you say excited in your terminology, in your vernacular? How do you say it? Souped up. All right, I want you to get souped up. For education. Get souped up for education. Is your word, right? That's okay, it's a good one. I like that word. From now on, I will use it. I will get souped up for education. And you know, education will help you to reach your dreams. And I'm sure that all of you have dreams. All of you have visions. All of you would like to get someplace in your life, right? Right? Is that right? Yes or no? All of you have dreams? All right. Not just at night, right? But you dream during the day, right? You have a vision. You have an idea where you would like to be sometime in the future, right? Now, told, there's a little rumor going around that all of you who are in this auditorium, who are students at Dickinson High School, will be going to the university college. Is that right? Are you all souped up about going to college? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my life. Let me tell you a little bit about my life, all right? You know, in our lives, we all need to have models, people that we look at. In the education setting, they call it paradigms. Paradigms, right? Is that what they call it, the scholars? They don't say models or role models, they say paradigms, right? So now when you take your SATs, which by the way, before I went to college, I took the SATs right in this building. That was about 8 or 10 years ago. That's a rumor, no. But it was many moons ago. A lot of rain has fallen and a few snowfalls. And even the El Nino effect has been going around since that time, right? So going to college is very important, right? Going to the university is very important, right? Because it opens up a lot of doors for you, right? Now, I was speaking to some of you before we started this lecture here today, and some of you already told me that you're planning to be a forensic psychologist. Oh, forensic science. You're going to study forensic science, and you're going to be a forensic investigator. You're going to investigate crime scenes, right? Like CSI. She's going to go to Miami, she said. CSI Miami. And you said you were going to be what? A psychologist. She doesn't want to be a psychiatrist. She wants to be a psychologist because she wants to work with students in high schools, right? She wants to make sure your head's on straight. That's what she said. And then we have over here someone, and I believe you said you want to go to college also, and you said that you wanted to be a teacher. A historian. No, you said you want to be a teacher, right? A teacher, a historian, forensic psychologist, forensic science, psychologist, and he said he wants to go into the Air Force. He wants to fly some airplanes in the Air Force. See that? Those are their dreams, right? Those are their dreams. See now, I was born in Puerto Rico. My mother graduated from the 3rd grade. Isn't that nice? And my father dropped out of the 6th grade. So, my goal in life was to graduate from the 9th grade. That way, I would have met the goals of my mom and my dad. So when I graduated from the 9th grade and I went to the 10th grade, I kind of felt bad a little bit, you know. And then I graduated from the 10th grade. Then I went to the 11th grade. Then I went to the 12th grade. Then I went to the 13th grade. Is there a 13th grade? College is the 13th grade, but then they call it freshman, right? And I went and became a sophomore. Then I became a junior. Then I became a senior. And finally, my graduation date came. And I was the first person in my mother's family and my father's family ever to graduate from college. From the university, I was the first of the Mohicans, or the Puerto Ricans in my family, to graduate. Now you can imagine how my parents felt, right? Can you imagine? How do you suppose they felt? They were proud, right? They were proud that their son accomplished something, right? Yes? See, now, how do you suppose your parents are going to feel when you graduate from college? How are your parents going to feel? Are they going to feel hysterical, you said? Oh, ecstatic. Oh, my goodness. Now, that word is a little too big for my vocabulary. What does that mean, ecstatic? They're going to go like this? Ecstatic? What does it mean? Souped up! Yeah, all right, I understand. They're going to be souped up. They're going to be excited, right? That's what it means? All right, good, good. Thank you so much. I can learn that word now and use it in my next speech. Are you all ecstatic? Snoop Dogg. Oh, what a country. God bless America. Look, isn't this a great country? I mean, this is the only place you can come from anywhere in the world, right? You can come, get a good education, right? And make something out of your life, right? Be able to progress, be able to advance, and be able to help people, right? Be able to help other people. So, I went to college, I got my degree, and then I said, now that I have a college degree, what do I do with it? I had a degree in political science. I had a bachelor's degree in political science. With a minor, huh? Oh, I have to wrap it up. Okay. Well, what a country this is. I had a big speech for all of you. So I gotta sit down now. But before I sit down, I want you to see how I look like in court. And then here comes the judge.
Judge, I'm sorry that I have to, but by 10 o'clock, by 10 minutes to 3, we should be out of here because at 3 o'clock that bell rings, and we're going to have 3,000 youngsters getting out of here. And it's going to be quite a mess. So next time we're going to have more time. Last time I gave you a half hour because it's so wonderful. Let's give the judge a real round of applause. Now, I have a very, very interesting speaker. She is, by profession, a motivational speaker. Karine Hoyos. Let's give her a big, big round of applause. All right. Hard for Karine.
All right. How many of you are happy to be here today? All right. How many of you are ready to learn something today? And how many of you won't raise your hand no matter what I ask today? I got it. Okay, great. Thank you so much for being here today. I know I got you right. My name is Karen Hoyos. I am from Colombia, that's how I have my accent, right? Do you guys understand me? Say, sí? No, okay. Entiende? You see, great, excellent. I want to acknowledge you, every one of you, for being here today. I want you to turn to your partner and say, you're awesome. I want a big round of applause for you guys for being so awesome for being here today. Woohoo! It's okay with you guys if I tell you a little bit about me? Yeah, okay, great. Okay, I'm from Colombia, like I told you guys. I have lived in the United States for only 4 years. How many years? 4 years. Before I came here, of course, I was living in Colombia. I am a mother of twins, 2 boys. 4-year-old. Do I look like a mother? No. You better say no. Thank you. All right, so I'm a mother of twins, and like Mr. Torres said, I'm a motivational speaker. I work specifically most of the time with the Hispanic community. I have been invited from different TV shows around the country. I am so blessed to share my message with different communities and companies around the United States and the world also. And right now, I just received an award, I say, Orgullo Hispano. That's something like for being a pride of being Hispanic. I'm working with children and adults around all the country in different missions. And the last thing that they just gave me is the opportunity that I'm going to be sharing on stage with Donald Trump. Do you guys know who is Donald Trump? Go ching-ching. Okay, you know. Okay, great. That's great. Okay, before I continue, guys, I have 2 rules. How many rules? How many rules? The first is participation. What is it? What is it? Excellent. So why? Because if you guys just sit there and look at me like that, like, you won't learn anything. You will learn like 20% of what I said. But if you participate, if you repeat what I say, you guys will learn about 100% of what I say. So what do you guys prefer, 20 or 100? Say 100. Okay, you ready? Say yes. Turn to your partner and say, you're ready. Excellent, great. All right, the second rule, guys. I have a second rule. The second rule I have is that what I'm going to say is not the truth. There's always silence when I say that. What I'm gonna share with you guys today is a point of view. Are tools that are great and have been successful for many leaders around the world. Because I know, who agrees here, guys, that you guys are leaders? Say, I am a leader. Turn to your partner and give him 5 and say, you are a leader. So now some of you are like, I'm not doing that, whatever. Okay, right. So I have clear the 2 rules, right? Are they clear? Say yes? Okay, great. So before we continue, you guys have something in your hands that are decorations. Can I see the decoration that you guys have in your hands? All right. Why do we do decorations? Because every time we speak a word, we create a world when we speak. Every word that is coming out of your mouth is a word of creation. A word of what? Creation, exactly. So we all gonna stand up. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up right now with energy. Energy, guys. Come on. Happiness? All right. Who wants success? All right. Who wants just to be awesome all the time and young and beautiful? All right. Great. So you have to do it loud. How is it? I am willing to do what's hard. I am true to my own heart. I keep my commitments. I am bigger than any obstacle. I never give up. I never give up. I never give up. Say yes. Yes. You got it. Big round of applause for you guys. Woo! Sit down. Let me tell you a story. I remember when I first went to the seminar, right? I am in Colombia. We don't have this kind of seminars in Colombia. Which one of you guys are from Latin America? Okay. Which one of your family is from any other part of the United States? I know, right? Yeah, we are multicultural. Who is from the United States, America here? Okay, good, great. This is you, I know, right? You're alien here. Okay, excellent. So, like you guys know, we are multicultural, right? So we have different cultures in our countries, right? So in Colombia, where I am coming from, they have seminars in Colombia. So I didn't know really what was a seminar, you know? Then when I came to the United States, someone, an angel. How many of you believe in angel? Those people that come into your life in the best moment. Exactly. Some of you guys are going to be an angel for somebody else. Every time that you're helping anybody, anytime that you're supporting another person, if you don't make it about you, you become an angel. So I had an angel in my life that invited me to the seminar. When he invited me to the seminar, I was like, what is that? I have never been in one. I was like, what is this? But anyways, I trust him and I went to see someone who is called Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins. How many of you have heard about him once? Okay, great. I will tell you guys who he is. He is the #1 coach in personal development. All like a motivational speaker, right? In the whole world. The number one. One, exactly. So when I saw him, he was in a room like this, but with 3,000 people. How many people? 3,000 people. When I saw him, I was like, oh my God. What he's doing is amazing. He totally transformed my life. Because sometimes, guys, you need someone else who believes in you, and you believe in yourself in order to have or be wherever you want to be. And that's what he did for me. He believed in me more than I used to believe in me in that time. I learned that I can do whatever I want in my life. Anything. No matter how big it is, it could happen. So when I saw him
can speak in front of 3,000 people, I said, that's what I'm going to be for the rest of my life. I'm going to be a speaker like him. You know what happened when I decided that? People laugh at me. People laugh, yeah, right. Prove it. How many of you have friends that laugh at you because you have a big degree? I know, right? I know. I'm going to give you the first key, guys, to have anything you guys want to have in your life. Sometimes there are people that infect or affect. Yeah, I know. It's hard to hear, but it happens. You are who you surround yourself with. If you want to tell me who you are, tell me who are your 5 friends. Who are those 5 people that you must start to? That's why you have to start choosing your friends. So choose your environment, because that's who you become, who you surround yourself with, right? You getting this? Okay, excellent. So this is why I said, you know, I'm going to do this, and then people just laugh at me, and they say, you're right, it's not going to happen. But I knew it in my heart. I have what is Napoleon would say, a burning desire. What? Again, a burning desire. What? Exactly. A dream. A vision. Because you know what it is, guys? Most of the people they don't have what they want because they don't know what they want. People don't have what they want because they don't know what they want. You have to be very clear of what it is that you want to be in your life. What is it that you want to do? No matter how big it is, no matter the people around you, friends, it is impossible. It's never impossible. Because you guys are unstoppable. You guys are what? Say, I am unstoppable. Dr. Barnes said you are unstoppable. I know, and you guys do it with my same accent. I love it. So you guys want, I say, you know, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And then they say, where do I start? Right? Because sometimes you have a dream, but you don't know where to start, right? You guys agree? Okay. But of course, I knew that I had to start it. I had to what? Because no matter how big your vision is, guys, if you don't take action, your results are going to be zero. Zero, guys. Zero. So first you need to know what you want, your vision, and then of course take action, right? So I started taking action. I started training myself with the best, with people who had, and they were being something that I wanted to be. So I started training myself, going to seminars, guys, because you know what? Your mind and your success is going to be equal result as you train them. You have to train your mind as a muscle. As a what? As a muscle, right? Because if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So that's what I started doing. I started training myself. I started going to seminars. I started studying, right? And then I said, you know what? The best way for me to be heard by the Hispanic community was my main target in that moment was to be on TV. To be on what? On TV. So I told a friend, right? He was already a motivational speaker, and I told him, you know what? I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be the #1 show in the whole country. The #1 show in the Hispanic community. And he told me, Karen, what? Are you crazy? That's impossible. It took me 10 years to go to that TV program. It's not going to be easy for you. It's not like that. I said, okay, it's okay. I knew that I have it in my heart, right? When you guys have a dream in your heart, you guys, you know what happened? The universe conspires so you can make it true. But every time that you have a dream in your heart, it must, say must make a difference in other people's lives, guys. Because I'm going to tell you another secret. You want another secret? The secret of living is giving, guys. If you guys are going to remember at least one thing about me, one thing about this secret with this weird accent, right, is this. The secret of living is giving. Anything that is doing contribution to others in the world is going to make you happy. If you want to fulfill, okay, great. Money is not going to fulfill your dreams. Oh no. Money is going to work for a while, and it's great because you do make money, right? And if you have, success is great. But if you do all that without making a difference in people's lives, you can feel empty. So if you really, really want to be successful and happy in life, you have to contribute to others. You have to give. In order to receive, you have to give. It's just a law of the universe. So I started doing that, I started training myself, and then one day I was in a movie theater. You know guys, movie? No? Hello? Yeah? Oh, okay. No, so I was in there, went to the bathroom. You guys know what the bathroom is? Oh, okay, bathroom, okay. So then I was looking at myself in the mirror, sometimes we as women, and then I saw this mom, hello, and then she said, hello, and then I went back to the bathroom, and then the second time I went again to the bathroom, then here she was again, oh, hello, hello, and I went back, and then the third time, three times. And then, okay, so then she was there again, and she told me, you know what, I love your energy, what do you do? And I was like, what about your speaker? I have never speak before that. But you have to be at, like you already have what you want to be in your life. That's how it is. First, you have to have it here. Feel it here to make it happen here. So say it with me, okay? You have to think it here. Go here, here, feel it here. Go like that. Feel it here. Exactly. To make it happen here. Like this, here. Exactly. So that's how I said, you know what? I'm going to make you think it. She said, great. I'm going to be a producer of a show from Univision. I want you to come and record on Monday with me. That's how it happens. That's how it was. Like, first time on TV, I remember in the bathroom. Hello. People had to wait months before they had an interview with her. And you didn't have to wait nothing. I was on the bathroom. That's how it is. And you just conspire even in the bathroom. I know. So anytime you are rude to yourself, guys, every time you have your dream in front of you, no matter how big it is, no matter how difficult it seems to be, if you follow your dream, the universe conspires to make it happen. If you use that dream to make a difference in other people's lives, you're going to be happy forever. So that's what I wanted to share today. And after that, I was invited to many other TV shows. Then I went to the number one show, Despierta América. That's how it's called, that show that I have been invited so many times. Then I broke records because they invited me more and more times. And then I see many different companies around the world. And the next company I'm going to be speaking with is something called Verizon. You guys know that company? Right. Yeah, so I'm going to be speaking for them, and again, so many great things that I'm doing. So, and then again, I'm just giving, since the first time I saw Tony Robbins, it was 2 years ago. How many years? 2 years ago. So there is no limit. The sky is the limit, okay? The sky is the limit, okay? Again, the sky is the limit. Exactly. And I don't even say the sky, because the only limitation is the one you put, okay? So I just wanted to leave you guys with that. And before I go, very quickly, I remember the story of Christopher Reeve. Remember Superman? Remember? Okay, remember that. You guys remember that before he died, he was quadriplegic. That's how you say it? Yeah, he couldn't move from his neck to his feet. He couldn't move, remember? And then he was being interviewed with someone called Larry King. You guys know Larry King? Okay, he was in interview when Larry King told him, Christopher Reeve, let me ask you something. You don't feel bad because you used to be strong, you used to be on the movies, like an icon of strength, you used to be Superman. You don't feel bad that now you are paralyzed in a wheelchair? And he was, you know what, Larry, I don't feel bad. Since I'm in a wheelchair, paralyzed, I have so many books have been written, about me. I have shared my message all over the world. I make a difference in so many people's lives around the world. But that makes me very sad is to see people that are physically healthy and they are paralyzed in their minds. Wow. So guys, don't be paralyzed in your mind. Just take action. Make your dreams. Be focused. Exactly be clear what you want in your life. And the universe will conspire for you. I love being here today. I hope I can say more nights, but I wish you the best. And God, the universe, thank you.
Let's hear it from Miss Harrington. You know, as a motivator to be invited to dinner, and offer best 3 or 5 estimates will be invited to dinner. Your teachers, your families, your brothers and sisters of your age, and this might happen June 22nd or less. I hope you make your mental notes. And one thing that Karen said that is very, very important. Just like Anka Rab didn't find her situation bigger than her, you could say to yourself, I am bigger than any obstacle. I am bigger than any obstacles and challenges you're going to find every day of your life in everything you do. But you never give up. Ladies and gentlemen, you are a wonderful audience. Let's give, first let me acknowledge the school principal, Ms. Farah and Ms. Fuentes. They've been wonderful. Next year we're going to come back with a little more time because we have great people. Ladies and gentlemen, you are a great audience. I'm going to see between 3 or 5 of you in June 22nd in a nice restaurant, and you will be bringing you father, mother, some members of the families, and Karen and the judge who will be there to present 3 or 5 of you with a plaque. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think you can do a little bit better than that. Let's take a round of applause. At this time, I'm going to ask everybody to remain seated. The applications for the essay contest will be in each one of the teacher's mailbox. And they will have that tomorrow for you, and you will have an opportunity to work on it from that point.
Buenas tardes, Daniel. Muchas gracias. Yo soy una conferencista experta en desarrollo personal y motivación. Eso es a lo que me dedico, simplemente a llevar herramientas a la comunidad latina para que ellos puedan hacer sus sueños realidad en todas las áreas de sus vidas. Bueno, para mí siempre es un honor y un placer compartir con jóvenes. Ellos son nuestro futuro. Yo digo que si tú educas a un niño, no tienes que castigar a un adulto. Así que para mí es súper importante poder cultivar en ellos sus sueños para que puedan crecer y hacer una gran diferencia en su mundo, porque para mí los jóvenes son líderes en potencia. Bueno, muchos de los obstáculos vienen de la sociedad. Ellos están bombardeados, empezando, por ejemplo, por publicidad en la televisión, acerca de mucho de todo lo que es alcohol, de cigarrillos, muchas veces de sexo. Entonces, tienen que tener que lidiar con todo lo que bombardean los medios de comunicación en alguna forma, la presión de la influencia de los amigos y el ambiente familiar. Entonces, lo que nosotros hacemos y cultivamos en ellos es la parte interior, su parte de espíritu, parte de mente, para que ellos, no importa qué circunstancias se encuentren, no importa en qué lugar ellos estén creciendo, puedan hacer realidad sus sueños sin importar qué obstáculos aparezcan en su camino. Con muchísimo gusto.